Hello, everybody. Thank you for attending the last week webinar. And my colleague Shui and we will be going through the few questions that were remaining so that we can deliver the answers to all of them.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining the webinar last week. And I'm happy to be here and I'll answer to answer the rest of the question that we were not able to cover in the week before. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yeah. So from my perspective, I think there might be not the biggest one, but of course we captured a few challenges through the journey of the hygiene design risk management. One of them is communication. We see a few times that hygiene risk assessment results were impacted by insufficient communication or intended use and customization demand with the users. So the other one is the change control. We experiencing changes in the scope, context, or criteria during the project planning or implementation. It might be creating new gaps or risks for hygiene design. It also happens when lacking of change control or running equipment that also creates new hygiene risks. So what we are doing for overcoming the challenges actually is to improve the communication, but also to align with the users in terms of hygiene design process. And I think the EHEDG guideline 58, the new upcoming guideline, will be very supportive in this standpoint when it's published. Yeah, the hygiene design risk management should be conducted against I think three big food safety hazards: microbiological hazard, foreign body hazard, and chemical contaminations. And the assessment scope should cover both mechanical engineering and the function setup, as well as control monitoring over operations. Of course, it should be cover the entire life cycle of the equipment and buildings. So such considerations on the consistency of performance of equipment and devices should be scoped in the risk assessment, and then most probably also to be covered by the existing equipment calibration program.
No, EH as organization will not be providing this type of service. We are already releasing this guideline for this as a support material to perform the HDRM. But yeah, as a short answer, it will be no, there won't be any validation support. I guess that should be contact directly the CPOs to know about it. What I can say about the EH is that we will be incorporating this guideline in the training offered, and it will be up to the CPOs to refer to it. In the same sense, we have released the EH white paper on J1 and J2 scope, and it has been used by the CPOs in their guidance documents.
In general, I think all stakeholders in the food manufacturing chain would be needed to implement HDRM, hygiene design risk management, in order to secure a good risk management of hygiene design through the supply chain. So I think it's important also to have the suppliers of mechanical seal or the other gaskets or other parts to be involved in this risk assessment management.
Yes, food packaging machines are included, and regardless if these packaging machines are primary direct in food contact or not, there might be possible risks that arise from these machines. No? So there is a need to perform an assessment and to identify risks to reduce them and control. this is up to the HDRM team. In the guideline, what we provide is several examples of matrices and how it can be, how the risk may be evaluated. But at the end, it's up to the working team, to the HDRM team, to decide how this evaluation shall be tackled. There is no right or wrong. It's just a decision taken by the team. And this evaluation may have a communication or prioritization purposes while tackling the risks identified.
Yes, performance test or validation is the key measurement in hygiene design risk management to validate the performance of hygiene design of the equipment or hygiene integration of the line solutions. So the hygiene design risk management guideline does not specify the methodology, but clarified that validation plan should be set up upon the pre-established criteria and intended use. And in the EHEDG guideline 34, it elaborates more about how the reproducibility to be achieved during the performance qualification.
No, there is not such a section itself, because in the guideline itself, it's mainly about the model and what to take into consideration. What you may find is within the checklist. In particular, I think it is in the appendices number 4 for hygienic design objectives and principles. There will be information about the criticality of drains. And here there will be some inputs on the floor drainage.
Yeah. And maybe also add on, there is a guideline number 44, also gives detail about how the hygiene design should be deployed for the drainages.